Welcome to what I am calling SynthGen update number 6, take 1. This isn't really a SynthGen thing, this is Stewie's project, but whatever. Uh, this way it gets to be added to the playlist and I won't forget about it. It's the advantage to numbering things in general. If there's a number 5, you can ask what's number 6. So, alright, here's VCV Rack. I've got an OSC input module here, this guy. It's hooked up to some oscillators and some scopes and stuff. 4 different channels. /CH/0 to /CH/4. I mean 3. Could have done 1, 2, 3, 4. I changed it to 0 based because that's what this program is. So this program reads some data. This is a Deno program. Why Deno? Because I like Deno, I guess. Although it took some figuring out how to read from streams. There's all this stuff in there about turning streams into async iterators, because that's how I like to do it. Because then you can just iterate over the chunks, which are generated by this stack of iterator objects. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. What we're going to do is run this program on some data that I recorded from /dev/input/event23 while a Wii Balance Board was paired to the thing. And so the Wii Balance Board outputs 4 channels of data. And on Linux, you can read this on /dev/event/ or input/event some number. And you have to figure out what number it is. Every time you pair it, the number might change. So I recorded the data to this file called events 2024-1227 T1147. Guess when I recorded that? And I could have my Deno program read directly from that stream, but I didn't want to because that's on the Steam Deck and that's in the living room, and I don't have a good place to sit because, there's all this baby stuff out there, and also the wireless keyboard that doesn't work that well. It seems flaky. I think that interferes with the PlayStation, makes the PlayStation all hot, and then we can't watch movies. Anyway, I'm boring you with all this extra information. We're going to run this program. And what this program does is it reads the events. Optionally, it puts some delay in between events as it reads them, and then it outputs them to what you specify as the target. There's a couple different targets you can do, and you can specify more than one target. In this case, the target is OSC over UDP, sending it to 127.0.0.1. Those brackets are kind of funny. Those are there because they can also support IP6 addresses. That is all very over-engineered. And the socket needs a local address too. And really it needs a local port, and that's not configured. That's just guessed, which is, there's a lot of things that are suboptimal here. This is like simultaneously over-engineered and very unfinished. Point is, it'll read those events, send them over UDP to localhost port 7701. Now before I start that, I'm going to go over to VCV Rack, turn up the volume on this a little so you can hear what it does. It makes this horrible sound. Horrible sound. These channels control different things. There's some FM on a sine wave, and then you can change the pitch of, you don't change the pitch of that, but you change the, what is this? What do we got going on here? A VCO input 3 controls the pitch on that, and I think input 3 also controls. Anyway, it makes some sounds. And stepping on the balance board, or replaying the recording of stepping on the balance board, whichever, modulates something. That's all this is. I'm replaying this events file, sending it over OSC, UDP, and it modulates something. Let's get the Let's play it. So here we go. These scopes show channels 0, 1, 2, and 3. And it makes the horrible sounds horrible in a different way. We should find a more musical thing to do. I think Stewie's working on that. But this demonstrates that you can read events from the balance board, send it over IP network, read it in VCV Rack, and do something with it, right? This over here is sending the triggers. They're all ORed together using this submarine OR gate bank. I think at some point I like jump on the balance board and they all go, yep, there we go. They all went up at once. Very nice. And also I recently added this feature where the thing can loop. So you can just have this running in the background over your recorded data. I'll read the files over and over again. Aha, well, you know, that is what it is. That was take one. Geez, I talked a lot.